I know, you guys are already wondering, what is this? Guys, this, I didn't forget, by the way, what's up, YouTube fam? Clint London Mex. So, guys, check this out. I'll get into this quick. I'm not going to take your time. This is my broke to built bike for 2023. I've already started on getting it powder coated. There's a lot of things I got to cover with you guys, and I'm trying to get this in between 20 minutes to a half an hour in this video today. So, bear with me, I'm trying here. So anyways, this is my 1993 CR250. It was bought from Facebook Marketplace from actually a pretty local neighbor to me, Austin. So he had basically, here, I'll show you kind of the full before video, right? So the bike, we got it. It was in several boxes. I broke it down out on the grass, and there's just, everything's leaking. Everything's in bad shape. The whole entire bike is just roached. So obviously next year's 2023, this is 93. Guys, this is a 30-year-old bike. And with that being said, it's got a lot of use and abuse on it, but the best thing of all is we have the frame, the engine, and that's kind of all that I need for the project, right? What am I doing with this? So we are going to be building an Evo. So a lot of guys over in Europe are crazy about them. So many people in the States maybe don't know too much about them. I'll show you an example photo of an Evo. Evo is that evolution period when the 92, the last style of the steel frame CR came out. So that's that 92 to 96 CR250, and then CR 125 went 92 to 97. They carried an extra year over for the 125s. But for the CR250, 96 was the last year of the steel frames. As you guys know, in 97, they went to the aluminum frame. So this was the last generation steel frame. Famous bike, obviously. You guys have seen every rendition done, from like a Steve Lamson bike, McGrath bike. They've all been done. And so this, we are not going to be doing any throwback bike to any pro rider. We're not going to be doing an OEM rebuild, a restoration. No, we're doing an Evo build, guys. And I'm really excited about it because one of the things I remember most as a kid, going with my dad to like LA Coliseum and watching Supercross down there, walking the pits with him, was the bikes were always so colorful. A lot of neons, popping, beautiful colors. And this, I just want to build as a tribute to remembering those bikes in my youth. And because this bike is going to be my 2023 broke to build competition bike, I'll show you a video of the frame before. The frame was absolutely destroyed. The bottom rails were dented, but luckily the large structure of the frame, there was no cracks. It wasn't bent in any way. So we had that much going for us. So now here we are with the frame. I had it gusseted. I'll show you guys some close-ups of the gusseting. So what we did was we actually reached out to a former mechanic of Honda back in the 90s, and we were able to get a hold of some original drawing and photos of the original gusseting kits that they would do to Jeremy McGrath's 92, 93 CR250s to stiffen them up. And we replicated that. Thank you to Mound House Powder Coating and Tom Parachu. That's the guy that did the Suzuki, the Yzuki conversion. He did all the welding on that. So he was able to replicate all the mounts and the gusseting and get that going. And then after that, then we obviously powder coated it in the original frost white color that they used. So as far as the frame goes, it's mint. It's fantastic. It's ready to go. These things are so light. Like, I can't believe how light these old steel frames are compared to some of the newer aluminum stuff. But that's also why these things had issues with cracking, bending, and why we needed to do this gusseting kit. So it's kind of really cool that we went as far to also get it gusseted back up. So with that being said, guys, we are missing a lot of parts. As you can see from the video, that's not the entire bike. We're missing all the plastics. We're missing a pipe, muffler. We're missing a gas tank. And I'm scared to see what else I'm missing at this point. But that's the bigger items that stand out to me. So what we're going to do about that today is I got a hold of a guy on Facebook Marketplace. His name is Phil. We're going to go up to meet him at Tahoe. It's about a half an hour drive from my place. go up to Lake Tahoe, meet him, and he says that he has a gas tank that I can put some work into and restore. And then he has his bike up for sale right now, which has it's a FMF fatty system on it with kind of like a power core muffler, and he's willing to let that go for a good price. And what I'll do is kind of make him a deal on the package if he wants to do that. So let's go head up there now, and when we get back, we'll have some exhaust work to do. Let's freaking do it. I'm excited about this. What a nice guy. So, I mean, that was way cool. So yeah, we got a gas tank now, guys. This tank, unfortunately, is going to need some finish work. So he did have some sanding pads he was taking to it. Unfortunately, it was one of the tanks that got spray painted by a previous bozo owner that thinks spray painting plastics is a good idea on dirt bikes. Don't spray paint your plastics, guys. So he went after it with like a DA style air sander, but it put some pretty good notching in the plastic where I think maybe it's spinning a little too fast. So we are going to sand this. We're going to hand sand. We're going to actually block sand this with 320 grit, wet dry sandpaper, and get this tank looking brand new again. So that's the plans for the gas tank. So the deal that we ended up going for, so I changed out his exhaust for him on his bike, and I was able to buy the gas tank and the exhaust pipe for $100. So I'm super thankful for that. Thank you again, Phil, for hooking me up. So the pipe, yeah, the pipe. So she's pinched. So you can see right there, big pinch right here. So she's pinched, pretty hammered in. But I love a challenge, and I love the aspect of Broke to Built is we don't want brand new parts. No. We need to fix as much as possible, and then what we can't fix, then we replace. So again, some more dents in the front of it, and some more in the front over here. It's all dented up. So ever since moving to Nevada, I've still been working on even going through all my boxes and getting stuff dialed in here. So guys, what we're actually going to do, look at the schmoo. I went and bought a vise from the Hazard Fraud company. Got some MAP gas torch. You're going to need the MAP gas torch to get this thing cherry hot. I have that pipe blowout kit you guys saw me use on, I think it was fixing your pipe for cheap. So yeah, we got the Hazard Fraud vise, and which is I'm glad I got that, truly, because the serious part of it is I want to start doing some suspension here at the shop, garage, whatever, and in order to do that, you got to have a vise. And I mean, as far as suspension goes, what I'm talking about is like actually just doing seal rebuilds, you know, resealing your suspension, okay? Like that's what I'm trying to say. So got the Hazard Fraud going here. So this is gonna be a longer video if you guys couldn't tell, but stick with me because we're about to blow out some dents. I'm gonna go ahead and get this vise all set up. I should have got the 6-inch. I got the 5-inch. Yep, I got the 5-inch swivel vise. $89. Their prices, guys. It makes you wonder. I mean, I know all this stuff comes from good old China, right? Like, I know how everyone feels about China. But sometimes it's like, well, I could have bought a vise at Home Depot for, I don't know how many hundreds of dollars that would have been. Or from Hazard Fraud for a whopping $88. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? You guys are there with me. I know. You know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna bolt this thing down to my countertop, and we'll get that pipe all set up in here, and then we'll start blowing out some dents because that's fun to watch. Let's do it. All right, guys. So pipe's all mounted up. I have about 30 psi of pressure in there right now, just making sure I don't have any leaks. It's about 75 psi in there now, and I just go around with a little soapy water and spray all the all the joints. And if I don't see any bubbling, we're good to go. So this is a fun part. We're gonna pop some welds or pop some dents. And yeah, it's always a little bit sketchy too, because you're getting these things really hot. I'll do this one live on video, then I'll put you guys on a time lapse for the rest of them, which is also kind of cool too, because you get to see the pipe kind of, it reshapes itself again. So I'll get this one going. And as the pipe gets hot too, the air pressure will go up, so you gotta watch, keep it in a happy zone.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they find
all out, let me camera off the tripod here and bring you guys into a close up here. You can see got a little dent. I still need to work out, but I mean, that's 90% there. We're gonna go after the big pinch down there now, and yeah, I'll put this on time lapse. You guys will see it starts to bend and flex and take shape. We'll get that one down there too. And then so remember it right now into the little pan. Afterwards, we'll come back and look at it again. You guys will be pretty stoked.
I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing.
So, I ain't gonna lie guys, doing that, it'll make you pee a little. It's just, this thing is basically a pneumatic bomb now. And what I mean by that is, there's now over 100 PSI. I saw the air pressure gauge fully peg, which means there's just all the PSIs in it. And if a crack just was so happened to happen, you know, where it's nice and cherry red, I've seen these things come apart, and if there's oil inside of it, it's a big fireball, and I just didn't want that to happen. So we let this thing come down to temp. It came out fantastic. I'm really glad we actually did this. Extremely happy, because it's not only broke the built, but it's gonna work great. So I'll get you guys some after shots here in a second after it cools down quite a bit. I'll throw a little bit of a cleaning on it, and I'll show you we also have to fix a tab back there and how we're gonna do that. But yeah, oh man, I'm stoked. She came out really good. Heck yeah. Yeah. flat, guys. We are now working with a near dent-free pipe. And then what I say by near, there are some areas where the rocks, you know, if you fall on a rock, it kind of gouges the steel and stretches it more than just say like a solid like dirt smack or something like that. So that when a rock runs into it, it kind of grooves it. So there's a couple back over here that I was not able to get 100%. Now, that doesn't mean that this pipe isn't going to look absolutely 100% brand new. I still got some things up my sleeve. The coating obviously will not survive when you put a matte gas torch to it. It will definitely change the color of it, but I have there also something up my sleeve for the coating on this. So we did, however, salvage the pipe, and we will be able to use this on our Evo project. And I'm really happy with how it came out. So I am going to be sandblasting this down, getting all the nickel off, it's a certain treatment to strip all the nickel off, and then I will be sandblasting it, and then you'll just wait, be patient, okay? It's gonna look good. It's gonna look really good. We have to address this back here. Let me bring you in close because this is a doozy. So back here, this mount got torn, and as you know, it's supposed to be, you know, flat plate down to, hang on one second, let me get you. So this back mounting tab, it's supposed to be flat. It's supposed to come down like this, and it has a nut welded to the back of it, so you could just thread this on, or sometimes they don't even have a nut. Sometimes they just want you to put a nut on the backside, but this is completely torn off and it's pulled out. So I'm gonna be heating this up. I'm gonna tap it in, grind it down, and I'll braze in another piece of steel right here, drill it out, and I think that should be good to go. So let's get moving on that. They get nice and hot. Make it a little easier to bend in. My Boxo tool set comes with this rad little hammer. I'll just put this flat file underneath of it. Just like that. It's just like you guys want to hit? It's just like body work. Come on, it's hot. Yeah, so check it out. Look at that flatness now, huh? Can you guys even see it? Yeah. So I need to clean up that, clean it up around it, sand it down. And it's got like some burrs on it. This pipe is hot. It's been through some stuff tonight. Always use your file in one direction too. Some of you don't know that, some of you do know that. Never scrub it with the file. Always one direction. And that took off on my high sides. Whew, that's so hot it just burnt the towel on that. These matte gas torches are so wonderful to have. We are making headway, guys. This bike's gonna be sick. Oh yeah, we have fusion. That'll look good when it's done too, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this thing cool down and brush it off, and I'll show you guys how that came out. That, boys and girls, is how that's done. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna finish this up a little bit more. Still got a little bit of a high spot right there. I gotta sand down, keep sanding down, just block sanding it with this. But I'll get it all nice and even. But now, that's ready to get a bolt on the backside. I'll just clean up all this all the way. Get all these little edges off. That's that, man. Came out super good. This is also with this filler rod. Get this at Home Depot, guys. It's like 12 bucks for like a 3 or 4 pack of them. But that's how I'm going to fill in these little rock gashes over here, and then I'll smooth it over with some sandpaper before it goes in for coating. So yeah, pretty nifty. Man, it's starting to get cold in here. It's supposed to be like 18 degrees tonight or something cool like that. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. So I hope you're just as stoked as I am on this project, guys. So doing an Evo is going to be a breath of fresh air to the community, because we've seen them all, and it's time to see something different. So whether you like that Evo style or not, you know, you have to give some respect to the amount of parts and the colors and the rare, you know, availability of some of these things that we're going to be doing. Meanwhile, keeping that broke to built aspect in this. Guys, I highly encourage you to get involved in the broke to built contest. You guys have till I forget, but it's you guys have time. So they opened it, like I said, in November, and I think I think you could do anytime from now. If I'm wrong, you know, I'll correct myself on the screen. But you have anytime from now to April, I believe, and you just have to show a video, a 1-minute video of your bike before. And then there's some rules. So that's the best thing to do. Go to primemx.com, where Cameron sells all of his Prime wheels and stuff like that. It has all the rules, all the content, everything, and it's 10 bucks to enter. And you guys, the best part, honestly, is you get to compete against me. So let's be honest, this is gonna be really rad. I'm excited to see some of you guys pop in there. It's an awesome event that Cameron puts on. It's a lot of fun, and all it does is just give back to the community 100%, and gives you guys, the builders at home that maybe don't have a platform like YouTube, or maybe you're, you know, more famous on Instagram, or maybe you're not famous at all, but you know how to build a decent bike. Either way, guys, go to primemx.com, join today, 10 bucks, and you're in. And you get I got a card from Cameron last week that basically says he's excited to see what I have up my sleeve. So you guys are seeing this before Cameron knows anything. And so with that being said, that's going to wrap it up from tonight from the shop garage, whatever. We got an exhaust, we got a gas tank. I got a lot of work to do on the gas tank, but I'm going to make it look really good. But guys, 93 CR250 Evo build is on. We'll see you on the next video. Obviously, there's going to be multiple parts to this, and I know how you guys love that. So this is a kickoff, and we'll see you on the next one. Love every single one of you guys. Peace out. Man, this is going to be a lot of work.